think it's been a couple of days since I did my last video. Today is day 17. We just got back from the hangar. Um, I am exhausted. All of my pod members are exhausted. It has been the longest day ever. Like, I seriously feel like we were at the hangar for about 2 days. So, like, my recommendation, if you are considering applying for the flight attendant position and wanting to come to training, make sure that you are physically healthy, emotionally healthy, all of that, because this training is very, very taxing on your physical health, your emotional health, um, all of that. One, physically, because we are in Utah, the elevation is a little higher than what I'm used to. So if you're coming from a state where it's flatlands, you're not used to being higher up, you're gonna have, your body's gonna take some time to get used to that. For me, I have to be very intentional about staying hydrated. um, Again, like, the atmosphere is just very dry here compared to Oklahoma, where it's really humid. So I have to be very intentional about staying hydrated, because I will get dehydrated like really, really fast. Like, I'm always feeling thirsty, so I just make sure that I'm drinking water constantly throughout the day. But that's hard on like days like today, if we are at the hangar and we are doing things like all day. You might not be able to go refill your water bottle because you might be in drills or workshops or something like that. Just make sure that physically you are getting enough rest. Like I said, today was a very, very long day, and it seems like that's my little pain patch right there. So it seems like it was just a continuation of yesterday, because yesterday we started a little later. We started at like 11:30. We went until 3:30 ish, and so we had to be at the bus at 11:30. We stayed at the hangar until like 3:30 ish, and then came back to the hotel. That's probably a 20-minute ride, maybe, and we had to be ready for virtual at 6:30, I think. So then we did virtual training from about 6:30 until like 9. And then my pod had to get up this morning, and we had to be on the bus at 6:40 a.m. It is now 4:29, and we just got back to the hotel probably 20 minutes ago. So we were gone over 8 hours. We were moving most of the day, either learning new skills or testing for things that we just learned a couple of days ago. So your memory is going to be worked, your physical body is going to be worked. Emotionally, it's a lot, because, like I've said before, we are pretty much quarantined. So it's not like even though we're done with class for the day, all we can pretty much do right now is if we wanted to walk around downtown, but we can't just go sightseeing around Salt Lake City. We're limited on what we can do because we are supposed to be quarantined. So we've gone 2.5 weeks without like any physical contact. Like, I'm a hugger. So, that's difficult for somebody who needs physical touch and who needs physical contact. So emotionally, it can be hard. Plus, we're separated from our families, we're separated from our friends. So it can be really, really draining. Thankfully, I have me and my pod members have like really connected and really bonded, and we look out for one another. We make sure that one person is not late or missing or like anything. Like, we are always looking out for each other and making sure that we're okay physically. Anything, we encourage each other. And so that's really been like a huge part of my success, is because I have built that support system while I've been here. Yeah, because it's very difficult to be away from loved ones and pretty much be confined to a hotel room. Like, we're in the hotel room. I'm gonna walk to FedEx in a little bit after I eat because I need to go fax something, but again, I'll be by myself. And then I'll come back to the room, and we do have a 10 p.m. curfew, so it's like we're very restricted. And so for me, who is used to freedom and who loves freedom and being able to do what I want to do when I want to do it, it's hard, having to be in at a certain time and be limited to where I can go. I can't eat out at a restaurant. I can only either get it delivered or go pick it up and bring it back here to eat. So it's hard emotionally, and then, like I said, physically, it's easy to get exhausted. Like I said, we were moving pretty much from 7 a.m. until when we just got back. And if you're not physically moving, your mind is going because you have to be studying. Because if you're not moving, then you're probably in line to be taking a test or doing like a competency thing. And so that's probably why you're not moving, but your mind has to be moving. So you got to be mentally strong, physically strong, emotionally strong. And this isn't to just like deter anybody from coming, because I encourage you. I'm having a good time. Like I said, my pod members and I have connected, and so we are there for each other. But just be prepared that it's not just pushing a service cart. Like, you are doing physical tasks. Today we tested on our evacuation drills. A part of those drills are being able to open and close all of the doors, and those doors are heavy. So it's like we're getting a workout. We're not running or walking or anything like at the gym, but we're getting a physical workout, having to learn how to do that and lift those 40 plus pound doors. Because the overwing exits, when we open that one, we have to physically lift it up and get it out of the aircraft. So that's 40 pounds that we got to lift up and get out. So it's not just opening a door, like we're having to physically do things. So you just really have to make sure that you are taking care of yourself while you're here. Today on lunch, I did some breathing exercises with some people just to like help them calm down and release some anxieties about the competency test that we were about to do. Tomorrow we have a computer-based test, so that'll be 50 questions, and it'll be over, let me show you a study guide. Where is my study guide? Oh. Okay, so this is a typical study guide. We just got this study guide probably, I think, 2 days ago. This study guide is 33 pages long. 33 pages long. And we have to, this is what we're going to be tested over tomorrow. 33 pages. So, if you're not in class at the hangar on virtual, then a lot of your free time is pretty much spent studying. So that's why I said, emotionally, you got to be able to be confined. You got to be able to work independently and keep yourself motivated and keep yourself on task. Having a great team or pod is very, very beneficial, because we help each other study. We have a group me, so we're checking in and making sure that we are studying the right thing, that we're all doing the right thing. Let me turn my food off. So I feel like my pod is really successful because we support each other and we look out for each other. But yeah, when I get off of here, I'm going to walk to FedEx. I'm going to come back. I got to finish this study guide, because we're not just getting, we don't just have this study guide. So we have this study guide, and then we're constantly getting new material every single day. So we learned 2 more evacuation drills today, and learned how to open doors on another aircraft. And we're going to be tested on that stuff either tomorrow or Saturday. I got to look at my agenda. But you don't get like a week to study. Like, you get the material, study, and then it's time to take the test. But while you're taking the test, you're learning new material. So we had to do our land and water evacuation drills for the 200 aircraft today. But before we even did the actual competency test, we learned like so much more new material. So it's like you got to be able to compartmentalize what you're learning so that it doesn't like black out what you need for the test or whatever. So why is this? Oh, that's why. Okay. Sorry, I thought my rice was gonna burn. So yeah, you really have to be able to compartmentalize like the information that you're receiving and what you need to put out as far as your written test and your competency test. So it was a very long day. Very, very long day. Tomorrow, we start at 9:30. We'll probably go for a few hours, get a break, and then my pod has to be on the bus at 2:30, I think. 2:30. So it'll be, and I don't know how long we're going to be at the hangar. So it could be another very long day. We were supposed to bring our lunch today. Thankfully, like some of the other pods were taking a little longer to test. So we got a little longer lunch. But that's not the norm. Like, we may get, if we on a long day at the hangar, as you can see, my voice is like almost gone because we had to do the evacuation drill or test that we had to do. Like, we have to yell the commands and do the actions that we would do to get the passengers out of the aircraft if there were an emergency. Apparently my phone is tired too because it just cut off my last video, so I'm gonna be quick. Basically what I'm saying is, if you plan to apply to be a flight attendant or are on this journey, just make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Practice good self-care. Eat good nutritious foods because your body's going to need the energy. So try not to just order out and eat fast food all of the time. Like I said, I went to Walmart and bought that hot plate with the 2 burners. It's probably $20. Got me some pots and pans, $15. And I use Instacart to order my groceries. So I'm cooking, so I'm not just eating fast food. I'm actually putting like nutritious meals into my body. I have a smoothie every morning with lots of supplements and things just to keep me sustained throughout the day. So it's a journey. It's an exciting journey, but it is also a very exhausting and difficult journey. So future flight attendants, just take care of yourself. Stay in contact with your family and friends. FaceTime. Eat healthy, be healthy. Do what you need to do to practice self-care for you, because it's easy to get exhausted. It's easy to get malnourished. I'm not going to say malnourished. That might be a bit of a stretch. But it's easy to throw your body out of whack if you're not eating right and because you're not going to be on a regular schedule like what you might be at home. So, and I know it's getting us prepared for being out when we're flying. So I'm appreciative of the training and everything that comes with it, but I just want you to be prepared if this is something that you are considering. So I'm gonna go have my dinner now because I'm starving. All I had was a sandwich for lunch at around 10:30 or 11, and it is now 4:46 here. So I'm going to eat my dinner, walk to FedEx, come back and finish this study guide, and then relax for a little bit, study, and go to sleep, and get ready to do it all over again tomorrow. Talk to you later.